Hey everyone, welcome to another top 10 list. Welcome to my top 10 favorite Hangout movies. Yes, Hangout movies. What is a Hangout movie? It's exactly what it sounds like. It is a movie about people chilling, hanging out. There's other like plots to it, and there's like a central plot to the movie, obviously, but it's a very like, these are usually like pretty like calm, chilled movies. A lot of hanging out, like people hanging out, talking, just shooting the shit and stuff like that. Like that's a hangout movie. I think a lot of people, when I list these movies off, you'll all understand what a true hangout movie is. These are my personal favorite hangout movies. Alright, let's get to it. And as always, before a top 10 list, I gotta have my honorable mentions. My honorable mentions are Wayne's World, American Graffiti, High Fidelity, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Sideways, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and Lost in Translation. All good hangout movies. Just give me the top 10 list. But today, maybe my top 10 was my number 10. My number 10 is Almost Famous. Cameron Crowe's Almost Famous is literally about this young kid, and he wants to be a writer for the Rolling Stone magazine, and they give him an assignment that he has to interview the band Stillwater. And basically, he goes on tour with Stillwater so he can get all these different interviews and different scoops about the band and stuff. And there he meets the groupies, he meets Kate Hudson and stuff, and he gets to know what it's like to be on the road with a rock band and stuff. And this is a definition of a hangout movie. It is just this kid chilling, hanging, partying with the band Stillwater for pretty much most of the movie. And what a great movie this is. This doesn't even have really like an A-list cast, with the exception of like Frances McDormand and Philip Seymour Hoffman. Like this is before Kate Hudson was famous. Like Patrick Fugit is in the movie, Billy Crudup, Jason Lee. Like not even like huge stars as the main characters, but it doesn't matter because the movie is just so good with great characters. And if you love old school rock and roll music, you'll absolutely love this film. And it's a great film about just about a kid learning about the realism of what rock and roll is and how rock and roll musicians treat people and act around each other and stuff. It's not always fame and glamorous. Trust me, it's not. And there's a lot of pretty deceitful things and stuff. But it's also a very funny movie as well. And really enjoy Almost Famous. Definitely one of my favorite hangout movies. Number 9, Clerks. The very first Clerks by Kevin Smith. This is definitely one of his best films. This is just an inspirational film to filmmakers because Kevin Smith basically, he spent all his college fund to make this movie. This is like a filmmaker's dream, the movie Clerks, because this is the film that put him on the map, like Kevin Smith. Like, he was just a regular Joe, man, and he made this movie with his own money, and it was a hit, and he became a director and stuff, a writer and director. So that's just awesome. But it's a hangout movie, too. It's really just about these two clerks and their day at work. That's literally all this movie is about. It's just about Randall and Dante and them chilling at work all day and stuff. And Dante constantly saying, I'm not even supposed to be in today. And that's literally the whole movie. And there's like side characters, Dante's girlfriend, Dante's girl he wants to be with. You got Jay and Silent Bob, these two drug dealers on the side of the store selling some drugs. And it's just them talking about movies, customers, society, them playing hockey on the roof. It's just literally just a chilled movie. And it's very funny. It's really good. It's very clever that he made it black and white because it's a very low budget feel. So the black and white doesn't make it look as like, low budgety and stuff. Really good movie. If you want to see a good classic comedy, watch Clerks. It's very funny. Number 8, Dazed and Confused. This is another definition hangout movie. What a great fucking film, Dazed and Confused. It's a 90s comedy, but set in the 70s. Love this film. It's basically about the end of the school year, people getting ready to party and hang out, and it's about the high schoolers wanting to haze the 8th graders because they're coming into high school next year and stuff. And that's basically all the movie is. Again, it's a hangout movie. It's just all these different characters hanging out, smoking weed, listening to some music, partying, gaming, and hazing some kids and stuff. And it's just a great old time. Great soundtrack, great characters, great jokes. Dazed and Confused. It's Richard Linklater, one of his best. Number 7, you got knocked the fuck out. Friday, Smokey! Friday is a great hangout movie. Ice Cube and Chris Tucker are both hilarious in this movie. Very well directed film, super, super funny. It is literally just about these two guys hanging out on the main guy's front porch and just chilling, hanging out, smoking weed, and watching all the neighbors go through their crazy shit. Like, there's a neighbor across the street who's cheating on her husband, and then there's like another guy who's like a drug dealer, and he's trying to like find a guy who took his money, and then there's this other girl who's like a severe drug addict and stuff. There's this like other people that are dying of heat exhaustion because they have no air conditioning, and it's literally just about these two main characters, Ice Cube and Chris Tucker. I forget Ice Cube's name, but Chris Tucker is Smokey, and it's just them hanging out, just chilling, smoking some weed, talking, having a good old time. And you got the classic damn scene. Really hilarious. Love Friday. They made sequels Next Friday and Friday After Next, which are really bad films, but Friday, awesome film. Alright, number 6, Goodfellas. Goodfellas, if we're talking mob movies, this is my favorite mob movie. If we're talking about hangout movies, it's just number 6 for me. It is a hangout movie, but there is more of a huge story to this film than just a hangout movie. But it is also a hangout movie because a lot of the movie is just about mobsters chilling and hanging out at clubs and, you know, dances and bars and, you know, fucking around, joking around. And, how am I funny? Am I a clown? Do I amuse you and stuff? How am I fucking funny, man? It's great. De Niro, Pesci, Liotta, all kill it in this movie. Super well directed by Martin Scorsese. It is a great film. It is probably my favorite mob film of all time. My favorite Scorsese film. I absolutely love Goodfellas, and it's a great hangout movie. Number 5. I'm going with a tie for number 5 between two Tarantino films. That is Pulp Fiction and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. These are both excellent hangout films. Pulp Fiction is the ultimate hangout film, obviously, because that is also a crime movie. It's also got lots of dark comedy about a bunch of these different stories and how they all tie in together, different and non-linear ways. It's a really excellent film. John Travolta, Sam Jackson, Uma Thurman, Vin Rhames, Bruce Willis all kill it in Pulp Fiction. Definitely check that out. I know almost the entire world has seen Pulp Fiction, so can't recommend that movie enough. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is also a Tarantino hangout film. It is literally about 1970s filmmaking, but it's also just about these two guys, Rick Dalton and Cliff Booth. And it's an actor and his stunt double, and them chilling, hanging, having a conversation, driving around in the car, you know, them just cruising and talking about films, talking about TV, music, and their lives and stuff. There's also a huge story within Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but it is a hangout film. Both Pulp Fiction and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood are great Tarantino hangout films. Definitely films I would recommend. Number 4, The Big Lebowski. Big Lebowski, Coen Brothers are really good at making hangout films, and this is the best hangout film they've made. But Big Lebowski's almost been studied. There is like a whole course on dudism. Jeff Lebowski, played by Jeff Bridges, is an incredible character and a great role. You got, John Goodman's character. Oh my god, what is his fucking name? You got Donnie, Steve Buscemi. You're your league, Donnie. My god, I'm forgetting John Goodman's name, and I love his character in this, but I forget his name. Walter. Walter's his name, sorry. This is a hangout movie because it's the dude. That's all the dude does. The dude abides, and the dude just hangs out. He smokes weed, hangs out. That's all he does. It's just, he chills. He doesn't have a job. He just, he chills at home, listens to music. He goes bowling with Donnie and Walter, and he just gets wrapped up in this crazy situation. But all he wants is his carpet back. He wants his rug back because it really tied the room together. So, Big Lebowski, great movie. Number 3, This Is Spinal Tap. This Is Spinal Tap, not the first mockumentary, but one of the first, mainstream mockumentaries. Rob Reiner directed this movie. A lot of people thought this was a real documentary because a lot of people, like Ozzy Osbourne, said this is a very realistic portrayal of a band, even though it's a fictional movie because it's a mockumentary. Love this movie. It's basically about this guy interviewing this British rock band called Spinal Tap, and that's really it. His filmed like a documentary. Christopher Guest is amazing. These go to 11. Great movie, super funny, and there's a scene where it's just them trying to find the stage. It is one of the funniest scenes in any movie. It's incredible. Number 2, The Breakfast Club. Of course, that's what the whole movie is about. It's a hangout movie. It's these 6 teenagers. 6? Yeah, 6 teenagers. 5 teenagers. Sorry, I was 6. I'm like, 6? That doesn't sound right. 5 teenagers all together on Saturday for detention, and they hang out. They learn about each other. You got the jock, you got the brain, you got the beauty queen, you got the basket case, you got the criminal, and they're all just talking. A lot of weed involved in these movies, but they smoke weed, they get to know each other, and they basically change each other's lives for the good. It's a great film. One of my all-time favorite coming-of-age stories. One of my favorite John Hughes movies. It's Breakfast Club. It's the ultimate hangout movie. But it's not number 1. Number 1, it's a romance movie, but it's also a hangout movie, and it's a Richard Linklater trilogy called the Before Trilogy. The Before Trilogy is the best hangout movie because it literally is just about these 2 characters hanging out for all 3 of these films and just talking about life, their beliefs, their just anything, love, romance, movies, TV shows, anything, politics. They talk about everything. Before sunset, before sunrise, before sunset, and before midnight, all take place 9 years after each other, with Jesse and Celine. Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy are both incredible in this film. Beautifully written, beautifully directed films. It's a beautiful romance, but it's also a hangout movie, and definitely the best hangout movies I've ever watched. Those are my top 10 favorite hangout movies. In the comment section below, please tell me, did you agree with this top 10 list? If not, give me your guys' top 10 favorite hangout movies in your guys' opinion. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and join the dark side.